Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Unpacked
Packed
with
with Ethan
and Reese.
and Ethan as well.
You're so funny. You tell that joke every week. Did you know that?
What?
About how it's your show.
It is my show.
Okay.
Is it not?
No, it is, but it's always just never mind. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about delusions.
Great way to start it off because she's already getting a little delusional today. Oh no, don't make that face.
Sorry. I have a feeling this is a trigger warning, I suppose. And I'm gonna be making a lot of crazy faces for talking about delusions.
Okay.
I also still have a cough. Ethan told me he would kill me and find a new co-host if I didn't have no cough by this
If
episode.
I didn't have no cough.
Sorry. But I still got a fucking cough. Anyways, are you delusional?
Am I delusion?
I said, are you delusional?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you just said, are you delusion?
Guys, replay the tapes. I said, are you delusional? Okay, when I was growing up in
Okay.
3rd grade, I had a friend who loved to call me delusional.
Was there a reason for it?
No. Well, there probably was. Well, no, because she's fucking stupid. But, sorry, no hate. Oh my god! That's what I forgot to do. I knew I was forgetting to do something. Guys, I forgot to turn off Do Not Disturb. And Ethan might kill me.
Oh my god.
I have to kill somebody this school year. Anyways, that's not important. When I was
now you fucking prune into the camera.
When I was in 3rd grade, my friend would always call me delusional, and she'd say, "Are you delusional? Are you delusional or something? Are you delusional?" And I would say, "Do you even fucking know what delusional means?" And she'd be like, "No, I don't." That's what I thought. She didn't know what it meant. Anyways, she was probably right, and I think I am very delusional, and I think that I need
called me
serious
fat in
mental
3rd
help.
grade a lot.
Were you?
Reese, I've been built the same way my entire life.
Well, I don't know. Some people are a little chubby when they're little. You weren't fat?
No.
Are you sure?
No. I was born a month early, and I will always be skinny probably for the rest of my life.
Whoa.
I don't think I can gain any more fat, and I don't think I can gain any more muscle.
Really? You're stuck like this?
Mm-hmm.
How does it make you feel? Anyways, this actually isn't on topic at all. Why did you bring this up?
Because we were talking about mean friends in 3rd grade.
Oh. Do you still speak to the person that was so mean because of this incident?
No, because it was in 3rd grade, and I've moved on since then.
He's 19 in this episode, guys. The next time we speak to him, he will be 20. I don't know if we'll speak to him again, but we're going to be hopeful. Anyways.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Ethan. Anyways,
okay.
So do you have any delusions that you like to partake in frequently?
No.
Oh, me neither.
Everything I do and think is completely rational in every way.
Okay, so why are we having this episode then?
We're going to talk about other people with delusions.
Okay, like who?
Who's the most delusional person you know?
Probably myself. Actually, no. I don't really know. What do you think it is?
Can I think about it for a minute?
Well, sure, yeah. Can I talk about something else while you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Last night, something terrible happened. You gotta tune this out.
Okay.
I was walking home from the supermarket because my car broke down because I got a fucking flat tire. And you know what happened? Somebody tried to swerve off the fucking road and hit me, and they fucking scraped by me, so I had to go to the ER to fucking get bandaged up. Isn't that terrible?
What?
Yesterday, when I was walking home because my fucking car broke down.
So Reese is actually just making
Just kidding.
things
I am
up.
making shit up. I don't have anything good to tell you guys. My life as of late, real talk, my life as of late has been a little bit too boring.
Okay.
And I think, anyways, he doesn't care, but he's trying to think of somebody. I don't know what else to talk to you guys about.
I think you might be the most delusional person I know.
How so?
Because every time you refer back to a conversation, it's wildly different than the conversation actually was. You'll be like, he said he hates me and he wish I was on the towers at 9/11 so I would have jumped. And it's like, no, he actually just said that your pants were a little short. You know what I mean?
No, I do. I know exactly what you mean. And I think I do have a problem. And I recognize that. And I've actually thought about this a lot. Am I allowed to speak about myself this episode?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
It's about delusions, so.
Yeah, you're right for that one. Sometimes things will happen and I'm like things will happen and in the moment I think the world is going to end. It's like, "Oh my god, this person just wronged me in the most serious way they could have wronged me. I'm going to have to kill myself and then I'm going to have to kill them, their entire family, and then myself because this is the worst thing that they could have ever done to me. They don't love me. They don't want to be my friend and my life is probably going to be over." And then I think about it or I sleep it off and I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I need help. What they did was not that bad. You get what I mean? Do you have moments like that or no?
Um,
In the moment, I just get so upset. And even when I try to step back, it's like I can't think rationally in the moment. My brain always jumps to the absolute worst conclusion. And then I physically cannot knock the deep fucking lung throbbing stomach turning feeling until I give it a few hours. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm glad I'm not alone in this one.
Um, do you think you might have something wrong with you?
No. Well, yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know what. But I think that I don't know if it's delusional.
I don't think that's delusional. I think that's just psychotic.
I know.
You need to have an episode on just titled Psychotic
Psychotic.
next.
Oh, so I can't talk about this today?
Oh, you can.
Oh.
I can't talk about this today.
I can't talk about my psychoticism. Anyways, what else were we talking about? Oh yeah. Can't I don't in my head everything is always so much worse than it actually is. Or well, I feel like it's either very extremely better or very extremely worse in my head, right? Nothing is ever true to how it actually is. You know what I mean? I'm not good at perceiving things. Like you said, conversations, I can just have a normal conversation. Like the other day I was telling you about some conversation that I had with somebody and it was like they were being so fucking weird and then I say it out loud and it's like they were literally just doing their thing. But in my head I perceive them as being this mean nasty freak. And then I actually vocalize it and it's like they were just doing their thing. Not everybody in the world is out to get me. I think that's a big part of it. I think that everybody's out to get me. I think I might also be paranoid, deeply paranoid. But I don't think I'm that delusional, just a little bit.
What's the best delusion you've ever had?
None of them are good. I don't know. What's
Even when
yours?
you smoke or something? Because one time,
I never smoked.
one time I was really high going back to my dorm, and I was convinced that there were a bunch of rabid dogs chasing me. And so the entire way home, it was like the middle of winter. I'm in my snow boots, trekking back to my dorm, and I had to make gun noises the whole way back because I was pretending there were guns attached to my back
Mm-hmm.
and shooting off all the dogs. And the only way they would stay back is if I kept shooting at them the whole way home. So I had to
Makes
make gun
sense.
noises. And I passed so many people just going pew, 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 pew. And they were all staring at me like I was crazy or something. And so I'm just walking back to my dorm, 2 in the morning. Pew, 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 pew. I
That's
think
the best one you've had?
it was the
I guess
scariest.
yeah, misunderstood best. That's funny.
It was really, really scary.
I
I thought
think
I was
that
gonna die
was that
that
the
night.
same day that I was worried that the Gestapo was gonna get you.
It might have been.
But I don't know. There was a day the Gestapo Germany's secret police force during World War II era. For
Thank you
those who
for
aren't aware.
explaining what the Gestapo.
Well, I don't know. You know what the Gestapo is?
Yeah.
Well, just for those who don't know.
Okay.
That's who the Gestapo is. And actually, never mind. And I
What?
was so Ethan was at my home and he had to walk home and I was so fucking worried. I was like, Ethan, you need to sleep here. You cannot walk home. The Gestapo, they are going to get you. They didn't get him.
They wouldn't get me. I'm German.
So true, girl. Anyways, I don't know. I thought I was time traveling once, like so hard. Like I literally, well, I kind of was, because like you kind of go in and out of time. And my fucking roommate was going, "Don't think too hard," all night long and fucking turning on and off the lights. And it was like, no wonder I had such a shitty fucking delusional time.
One time, Grace saw a picture of a cow and she thought it was a goat.
That's pretty good.
That was a good one. But it was so clearly a cow.
Yeah. Like very, like it had like the big fucking.
And she's like, for those of you who don't know, I really like goats. And I have told this to Grace multiple times. So she's walking down the hall with me. She stops me dead in my tracks and she goes, "Is this the one you like?" And I look at it, I go, "What do you mean?" She's like, This fucking goat." And it was a cow. And then I said, "Grace, look at it again." She looks at it for a minute. She goes, "This is a cow, isn't it?" So
Well, she corrected her delusion.
I'd say maybe Grace is the most delusional person I know besides you.
Thank you.
Of course.
How do you be not delusional?
I don't think you really can.
So I'm stuck.
You gotta listen to reason. I know.
Anyways, what are your thoughts on people who think it's silly to be delusional?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like it's kind of like a thing right now. Like, oh my god, I'm so delusional. I'm so delulu. Shut the fuck up. You're a piece of shit fucking woman. I'm not a woman hater, guys, I promise. But women hating women, I can hate on them. You're not fucking delulu. You're just being a piece of shit cunt. You're being fucking rude. Anyways.
Delulu is probably my least favorite thing.
Me too.
Why do people... It's so weird to me. Oh my god, she's so delulu. Shut the fuck up.
Think critically about your life.
What if I hung you from the ceiling right now and spun you around like a disco ball and then shot you?
Whoa, okay. I feel like we can't be that mean. Anyways, I don't understand it. And it's always about silly things, particularly men. What are your thoughts about being delusional about men?
I could never.
Me neither. I just don't get it.
Has there ever been a time you've been delusional about a significant other?
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to share?
No.
Okay, perfect.
How about you?
Let me think. Recently, yes.
Would you like to share?
I don't know if this is delusion or just being a good person, but I tend to think that people, when they say they're going to do one thing, are going to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I should know by now.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says they're going to do something, they're probably going to do the opposite.
That's very true. I'm sorry.
So I feel like that might not be on me,
I don't think that's
actually.
a delusion. I think that's people being untrustworthy.
So no, I don't think I've ever been delusional about someone.
Yeah, I actually take it back. I don't think, well, no, I don't fully. I think that to some extent I have been delusional. But when somebody's actions and words don't align, it's very tricky to see what's going on. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you're doing one thing, but then you say another. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? But anyways.
I guess one delusion I have is...
Why'd you point it?
is that... I don't think this is a delusion, though.
Okay.
I feel like when I tell this to people, they think it's a delusion, but I don't think it is. Because I say quite frequently that I think everybody is in love with me.
Mhm.
But then everybody turns out to be in love with me.
Mhm. I have to let everybody know something though. I'm not in love with Ethan Outman. He, as of late, has told a few people that I'm in love with him, and I'm not.
I told one person one time when we were
No, you didn't.
wildly
I've heard you
drunk.
on multiple different occasions when you're wildly drunk tell people
When?
at my birthday party.
Who?
I don't remember who, but out of the corner of my ear, I heard you
I
saying it.
I think you're making things up. I think you're
Mm-mm.
having delusions.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah, everybody's in love with me. And I don't what will
When I
it
first came, sorry, do you
No,
have more to
go
say?
go on.
When I first came to college, I thought he was fucking with me. Cause can I be real with you?
Yeah.
When I first came to college, you were a little silly looking. You had really long blonde hair. And you were like, everybody's in love with me. And I was like, you're full of shit. You're like kind of a little bit of a narcissist. Like, I don't know you that well, but like maybe a handful of people are in love with you. And then it was like every single person, man and women, fucking fell in love with you. Or, well, I wouldn't say fell in love with you. I think everybody just wants to have sex with you.
That's what I would always say. I said Trisha Paytas is the saying that everybody wants to be her or be in her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel.
How does that make you feel?
Really silly. Isn't it crazy?
It is. It's like weird. It's like I feel bad for you. Sorry.
But it's a little bit silly when it's like people just walk past your room and go, "Can I tell you something? I think you are the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't ever forget that." And I'm like just sitting there trying to watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
That too. I feel like it's always presented to you in like it's like this revolutionary thing that you've never heard before. Like people are always like, "Ethan, I need to tell you something. You are so beautiful." And Grace and I will sit there and be like, shut the fuck up. It's Ethan Outman, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. There was one day we were pissing our pants. We were at some party and everybody was like, you're so beautiful. And Grace and I were losing our shit. We were like, what the
Where
fuck is
were
going
we?
on? I don't even know. I think we were at the neighbor's house. And we were like, this is too much.
Oh my
This
god.
is too fucking much. But
I
anyways.
forgot about that. There were so many girls that got my Snapchat.
Yeah, and then when they were walking out, Grace and I were outside, as we do. We had to unpack some things. And Grace is my replacement, by the way, if you guys forgot who that is. And they were all walking by, and they were like, oh my god, he's so cute. He was going to kiss me. We were like, not my Ethan Allen. I don't think he was going to kiss you. Sorry, darling.
Oh gosh.
But anyways.
Yeah, I think my favorite one was the one time when we were sitting in your bed watching RuPaul's Drag Race and the two men
So
came
weird.
by.
Like, fully, like, poked his fucking whole body into my dorm room. I mean, I guess we were laying on my bed with the door wide open, but
And then
like also
he's like, "You're so beautiful. Don't ever forget it." And then
don't
I think
ever go to
you
bed at
said,
night.
"I don't think he does."
Like, trust me, darling, he does not forget it. Ethan has a tendency. I think he might be a little delusional. I don't know if this is delusional or narcissistic or what, but every once in a while we'll be walking or like talking or whatever, and he'll go, "God!" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I'm so beautiful."
It's good to remind yourself.
Do you think you're beautiful? That's what I'm saying.
Here's my thought process.
Mm-hmm.
It's a well-known thing that if you say things enough,
Mm-hmm.
you start to believe them.
Yeah, I did that too.
So if I basically whenever that I look at myself and I'm like, I look really disgusting, I say out loud, "God, I'm so beautiful,"
Mm-hmm.
to try to correct it. It hasn't worked so far, but maybe it will.
When I was 6, my therapist told me about this method, and I've been doing it since, and it hasn't actually worked. So,
Well, I don't think it's the only thing you can do.
I used to break it to you.
If that's the o- if that's the only thing you're doing to fix yourself, I think there's
Do
better.
you think that's the only thing I've been doing? But anyways, no, I think it worked. What do you mean, kinda?
Because I feel like a lot of the times you're just like, oh, I'm in such a good mood. As there's tears rolling down your face, you're like, no, 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 I'm good. I'm really good. I'm really good. And then she throws my shoe across the library.
Because I don't trust you. Because if I tell you how I'm actually doing, you're gonna be like, fucking sucks. I'm gonna be like, I
Well,
shouldn't have told
I
him.
don't like the people that are like overly comforting. Like if somebody comes up to me and is like, baby boo, choo choo choo, ba 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 ba, mwah, 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 mwah.
I don't think anybody would ever do that, TBH. But I get what you mean.
No, I'd prefer somebody if I'm like sitting there crying, being like, what are you
Really?
gonna do about it?
That's fair, I guess.
Well, it depends. I feel like I would tell somebody if I wanted them to be more comforting. I'm
That's
one of the
fair.
people who, if I need someone to give me a hug, I'll say, "Can you give me a hug?" If I
Mhm.
don't want someone to give me a hug, and someone's like, "Can I give you a hug?" I'm gonna say no.
That's valid. I love telling people no, they can't give me a hug. But anyways, but it's not that you're not comforting; it's that you're outwardly mean.
What do you
So
mean?
it's like I'm not gonna say shit if you're gonna be like, suck it the fuck up. It's like, bro, sometimes. Oh, I have something to tell you.
What?
So, the 2 times that I've cried in the library, guess what happens the very next day?
You wake up in the morning and you're like, "Whoa, why did I
No,
do that?"
I wake up in the morning and I start my period.
Oh,
So basically, I'm actually just hormonal and I'm not psychotic.
oh, okay,
That is what I have to tell you.
okay.
Mhm.
So last night at the library,
Yeah, but I did find out some really sad things. But anyways,
uh huh.
oh what were we speaking about? This got a little bit off topic. Oh, at the library. Oh, why were we talking about me crying at the library?
I don't really remember, to be honest. Um.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any famous people that are delusional?
Kanye West.
Oh my god. If I was famous, I think I'd kind of be like him though. Like I would I would not hate Jewish people, but I would disappear, but also do it more
Yeah.
like Lord, where I would like disappear. I don't know. I like the idea of being so famous that you can like disappear and people will have to look up on Twitter is still alive. You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
funny. But and then like I'll come back with a bang and fucking, you know what I mean? Are you okay?
Sorry, I had a hiccup.
I didn't hear it.
It was an internal hiccup.
Don't believe you.
Okay.
Anyways,
Um. Yeah.
I don't know how much longer I can talk about delusions
Why?
because we have a lot of time left to talk about delusions and I've got nothing left to say. Give me something. Get me going. Please.
um. If you were no, can we talk about something?
Yeah.
why'd
I'm
you s-
ready.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because you made it seem like it was an intervention.
No, when people, I think,
What's wrong?
I think men just might be the most delusional people in existence.
Are you hungry?
Every time we go to the hot tub, it's the same group of men, but it's not the same group of men,
I
but
agree.
it's the same group of men.
I know.
And every time they always talk about dicks.
Every single time.
Every time.
Like, not in like just like a penis, haha. Like in a very like disturbing, disgusting,
They're like, I got a vein on my left side
like
that
so
goes up and it
stop.
looks like a J.
Like so disgusting. And there's always the one woman with them who like you can tell is a little bit uncomfortable, but she's too stupid and loves men a little bit too much to like ever say anything. And I feel so sad, but not really at all. And I think the hot tub keeps my thoughts sober because every once in a while I'm like, you know what? Maybe men aren't that bad. Maybe I could love a man. Maybe I have the capacity. And then I go to the hot tub and I'm like, I need to kill every man on
When
the
we
planet.
when we went to the hot tub that first night, that's
Yeah.
kind of how I was thinking. I was like, because I only talked to about 3 men.
Yeah.
It was like my
Ever?
brother, my
Oh,
dad,
over the
like
summer?
at the time,
Yeah.
my brother, my dad,
Mhm.
and another man.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe they're actually better than I remembered.
Mhm.
And then we sit in the hot tub that like first week we were back. And I was like, what the fuck?
I realized I'd never actually like been around men ever. Like in since like middle school, but I feel like they're not as bad in middle school. Like not talking about the shit that they were talking about. But I'm kind of the same way. Over the summer I talked to you, fucking Ryan Laraski, and Gabriel. You know what I mean? Like those are 3 silly ass men, you know? Yeah. And then I came back and I was shell shocked.
It
But
was
then I always
so crazy.
every week I think about
Every
it.
week.
Every like week I'd say I think about it critically and I'm like, okay, maybe. No. 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 That's disgusting and terrible. They're awful in every single aspect on the planet Earth. But anyways, this isn't about me or men. This is about delusions.
But how can you be so delusional that you like I've had people tell me before that I've made them uncomfortable because for one reason or another.
Mhm.
And those same people, it's like one person, do you remember the day that that man came into my fucking room
Yeah.
and he said I made him uncomfortable because I wouldn't let him come in my room?
Mhm.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I don't
Like,
know.
how can you be so delusional that first you think you can intrude on everyone's space,
Mhm.
and then if they say no, then they're the problem?
Yeah.
Second of all, those same people we saw in the hot tub the next day were
Yeah.
sitting there talking about sucking each other's dicks till they cream. Their words, not mine.
Yeah.
And then it's like there's 3 women sitting in the hot tub with you. How can you be so just completely socially unaware that you shouldn't be doing that?
It's so weird. And then also last night, he was freaking talking about the girl's boobs and butt. Did you hear that? That was so weird. He was like going into like pretty detail about, yeah, she's kind of built like a little girl, but like when she takes her fucking shirt off, you'd be surprised. It's like a fucking cushion, bro. Like she's got a nice rack. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing right now? Like, why are you talking about this girl's friend? You know
And
what I mean? Like
why
it
was the
like
girl sitting there and going like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
really
true.
she looks like she doesn't look like she'd have big boobs.
That
Like girl, if my like friends and the man that I had sex with were freaking talking about my boobs in the fucking communal hot tub in front of 2 randos, I would be a little bit like, what the
that's the
fuck?
other thing. We don't know these people.
Literally, we
Why are
never
the
know them.
we've heard so much about like fucking Rachel and Denise and
My mother?
fucking fucking Gracie. We
So
know
true.
I can picture it right now. I know exactly what Rachel looks like with when she has her shirt off based on their
Me
descriptions.
too. And her butt. It's good sized. The butt is like a cushion, not the boobs. Sorry.
No, because she's built kind of like a teenage boy.
Yeah, what did she kind of mask? She kind of masked though when she wore that wife beater.
And it's like,
It's like,
bro,
what the
he
fuck?
gets out the hot tub and he has bigger tits than any girl I've ever seen.
I
So I was
noticed
like,
that.
bro, you need to chill.
Yeah,
You need to stop and you need to think rationally here
I agree.
because you have the biggest boobs I've ever seen. You know who else does? People who take commercial breaks. Oh,
Today, I'm here to tell you what you need to do if you have a shitty life and you want it to be exponentially better. You know what you need to do? You need to get the fuck out of your fucking bed and buy an Awala bottle. A water bottle. Can I tell you guys, Ethan, have I told you how amazing this bottle is?
you have several times.
Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
So first, fucking this one is like 32 ounces. So much water. I drink a lot of water, so let me tell you something. I drink like 6 of these a day, and I'm shaking off the fucking walls. But let me tell you, You
Yeah.
go, thank you, thanks. Hey, you're so good at backing me up. Thank you. So let me tell you this. But first, can I get closer? Am I allowed to get closer?
Of course.
Good. Thank you. Guys. Whoa. You guys have never seen me this close. Don't I look beautiful? Look at my bangs. Anyways, you fucking go like this and you can swing it around like a sexy little purse. Then
it's your clutch.
it's
for
my
the party.
fucking clutch.
Yeah.
Hit the button. Oh my god. Oh,
How does it do that? Does
God.
it always do? Okay.
I don't even have to fucking tip it back because guess what? There's a straw. Not only is there a straw, there's also my mic's the wrong way. There's a fucking spout. So if I want, I can tip it back, but need not be. Ethan, take a sip for me. How was it?
Now, Reese and I have a couple classes together.
Oh my god.
And she always lets me have her water. And let me tell you something. She puts
Tell
ice
us.
in this
Uh-huh.
once a day.
Once a day, guys.
And it stays in there for the rest of the day.
Rest of the fucking day.
She refills this thing like 3 times. That water stays in there the
Ice
whole
fucking
time.
cold. Best water bottle you'll ever have. So now you're probably thinking to yourself, how am I going to get my hands on one of these? So you know what you're going to do? You're going to go to owala.com. That's OWALA.com. And you're going to add the fucking water bottle to your cart. And then guess what you're going to do once it's in your cart?
Can I tell him?
You can tell him, Ethan.
You are going to type in promo code Clarice.
What was that? Clarice, my formal fucking government name?
Clarice. Clarice. And you will get 20% off.
20% off!
20% off!
20% off of a water bottle that will change your life. Do you hear me? Thank you.
This is our first official sponsor on this show.
So thank you, Owala. We appreciate it.
We love it so much. You guys, please support because we are both broke as a 90-year-old falling down 2 flights of stairs. So please go support them. They're amazing. And is this your personal favorite color?
Personal favorite color
let
out
me
of
tell
every
you.
color that's ever been there.
They have a new one called the Creamsicle.
Yeah.
I think I need to get that one. And you know what I'm going to do to get it?
What?
I'm going to go to the website. What's it called?
Fucking Owala. That's OWALA.com.
And I'm going to type in what?
CLARICE into the promo code section.
And what am I going to get if I do that?
You're going to get 20% off.
20% off?
20%
What
off.
the
What
fuck?
the fuck is right,
This
brother?
is the best deal ever, probably.
I think this is the best day of my life.
This is the best day of my life.
Thank you. Glad we're in agreement.
Anyway.
Make it the best day of yours. Go to owala.com. And we're back.
Delusions.
Yeah. But I feel like that's not, back to what we were saying before our lovely commercial break, I feel like that's not as much delusional as it is just like not being self-aware and having no regard to anybody around you. Because I feel like I might not be like the most present and aware of my surroundings, but I feel like I'm never going to say something that insensitive to the people around me. You get what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to be like next level, just like unaware of how your actions have consequences and like how they can impact other people. You get what I mean? If you're saying shit like that, like on the regular.
It's so crazy to me that there's people like that.
I would feel so ashamed of myself.
I just can't wrap my head around it. And we go maybe 3-4 times a week. And every single time it's the same thing with just different people.
Literally.
Every time.
Yeah, so okay, I feel like more elaboration on what you meant earlier. It's always different people. I don't think it's ever been the same people twice, but it's always like 4 or 5 men and then one girl who's like probably in love with some of them, at least one of them. And you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. And then, yeah, they all just talk real nasty, and the girl kind of sits there and giggles and, like, acts like she's a bro. It's like, no, you don't get it.
I think I might just hate people.
That's kind of how I feel as of late. Because I have tried to, which is so mean and sad of me to say, because, like, as a whole, I feel like I really do love people. You know what I mean? Do you love people? No.
I think I show love for a lot of people. But every time I do, afterwards I'm like, why would I do that? Those people are so shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Every I think there's maybe 3 people that I would not consider like to be shitty people.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
I need to eat one of my crumble cookies.
Okay. Give them a review. Do it now. I'll talk. I don't know how many people. I don't know. I feel like I give people the benefit of the doubt a little bit too much. And even they are shitty, I'm just like, this is why they're shitty. Guys, I used to work at Crumble. And when I worked there, also, I feel like I might be so delusional that all of my memories are tainted. Because I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, God, when I worked there, I was so cool.
Brookie.
But then I was like, maybe I was just psychotic and I don't actually remember. Can I try both sides? Brownie side? They did a good job forming.
Okay. I'm going to finish this cookie.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'd say it's good. What kind of chocolate chips do you like in your chocolate chip cookies, though?
What do you mean?
Want some water to wash it down?
It's probably the best water I've ever had in my entire life.
Good. Can I give somebody a shout out?
Mm-hmm.
Rob, this is a shout out to you because you've been such a good fan, and he is going to use code Clarice to get a water bottle. And guess what? That is some next level commitment to Unpacked. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy your Awala. Anyways, continue. Or was I speaking?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. You like milk, white, dark, semi-sweet?
Milk.
Really? Why?
Easy to come by.
Well, that wasn't the question. Which one do you like the best?
I actually really like white chocolate chips.
Really? They're not too sweet for you?
Mm-mm.
Do you like just plain white chocolate, or do you like white chocolate macadamia nut, white chocolate raspberry, or white chocolate cranberry?
Mm-hmm.
Cranberry?
Mm-hmm. The first one.
Macadamia nut?
Yeah.
At Crumble, macadamia nuts got too expensive. So for the white chocolate macadamia nut cookie, I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this. Instead of actually having macadamia nuts in the batter, it was only white chocolate chips in the batter, and then we put 3 macadamia nuts on top. Isn't that crazy?
So they lied.
Yeah. Because because the first time we had them, before inflation really hit the United States of America, there were macadamia nuts in the cookie batter. But anyways, enough about that.
Wow.
How was it? Whoa. He's got to hold the seat.
The last bite was so good.
I'm so happy.
Oh my god. I wish I had another.
Did you eat all of them? Except for that one? Oh.
No, I have 2 more, but they're not the same kind.
Oh. Was that your favorite one of the 4?
No.
Which one was your favorite one?
The pumpkin spice one.
Why?
Because it tasted like pumpkin pie. And I really love pumpkin. Don't get me started on pumpkin
No,
pie.
I want to. Why do you love pumpkin pie?
It's just so good with you put like a pound of whipped cream on top.
Mm-hmm.
I really love pumpkin pie.
Do you prefer Cool Whip or Ready Whip?
I think Cool Whip. Is that the one that comes in the tub?
You like that better?
Mm-hmm.
That's epic. I'm happy for you.
Is Ready Whip the spray one?
Mm-hmm. You don't like Ready Whip?
I don't mind it, but
Oh.
I like I like that it looks nicer when you put it on.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't think I really have much of a preference.
Interesting. My grandpa loves Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Cool Whip.
It doesn't matter.
I
You
used to
can
say
use either
whooped
one.
cream, and I got
Whip?
roasted for
What?
it. I used to mispronounce words very wrong as a
Like
child. I would
what?
say whooped cream, waffle. That was my favorite one. And I didn't realize there was anything wrong with it. And then I got to grade school, and I got
What do you
bullied
think about people who say their WHs as
like fucking Joel Kwame. We need to talk about that.
what
He's like
and
the
where?
where pathway.
The
Your
what
ventral system.
pathway?
Where pathway. And I'm like Joel.
He
Our
is
psychology professor
trying
for
too hard.
it is. It's like Joel. It does not need to come from the back of your fucking throat that
The
hard.
what?
Where? The where pathway? The what pathway? It's like Joel. It's not that deep. I think you might be a little delusional.
Dr. Phil does that too. He's like, I'm trying to understand why you called your mom a fat pig. That's my Dr. Phil impression.
There's a big dog outside. Just to let you know, my legs are hurting today.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to stand and pull my pants down. Whoa, my pants are wrinkled. I can sit again.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Delusions.
Back to
We
delusions.
always end up talking about either food or men. I think those are my favorite things to talk about. What? What?
Nothing. It's just thinking about pumpkin pie. My friend here had a cough syrup addiction for a while.
Who?
You?
You're fibbulation. No, I did not. Guys, I've never been addicted to anything in my entire life.
So last year, she would drink cough syrup like it was...
He didn't know me last year. We literally met at the beginning of this year.
Now she's lying to
I am
all
lying.
of you. We've had a podcast for longer than that.
Anyways.
So my friend here would drink cough syrup
Friend?
like it was...
Take it back.
Can you let me finish my story? I know you keep interrupting because you don't want them to know the truth.
Yeah.
But she would drink an absurd amount of cough syrup. And I think it's why she always has a cough now, because her body system isn't...
My body system?
Stop.
Sorry.
You keep interrupting because you don't want the people to know that she was getting to the point where she was getting high off of cough syrup. And don't even look like that, because you would be shaking it and your eyes would start crossing.
So can I tell my side of the story?
No, because you're going to make up lies.
No. Well, it's not. I just have to add and clarify.
Oh, okay.
So when he says drink, I was in college living in a small dorm room. Why do you keep looking down?
I was looking at your microphone that you were going.
And I didn't have room. I guess I could have used a shot glass. But like I didn't. Oh, I guess I did also have room. But I didn't have one of the little things, you know, that you're supposed to pour the cough syrup into. So instead, you know, like when you're drinking out the bottle and you don't have a fucking shot glass, you just kind of take a swig. I'd do the same with cough syrup, but not with the teeth. You got to go straight into your throat because it breaks down enamel. Just take a swig. I don't feel like that's that bad of a thing to do. But okay,
when you do it 7 to 9 times a day,
it was not that much. Girl, it has been the same fucking like 12-ounce bottle of Robitussin since November of last year. Yes, it has.
No.
I haven't bought any more Robitussin.
No.
I know that it is.
No.
He's trying to convince me that I'm wrong, but it was the same bottle all of last year, and there's still some left.
You're a liar.
So it's lasted almost a year, and you're telling me I did 7 shots of it a day?
You did a lot. To the point where
okay.
One day you were going,
there was one
I don't know if I can do this. I don't feel like I can breathe very well right now.
Okay, guys, there was one time I was in a play and I had such a bad cough and I was freaking out because I literally could not speak a word without like violently hacking up a lung, and I was like, I'm the narrator of this play. Like I need to be able to speak, you know? Well, I could have let you know who just narrate the whole thing. She had my lines memorized as well as hers, but no hard feelings. Um, but anyways, I think, take too much cough syrup, and I was like, yeah. But anyways, I don't have a problem. Well, I might, but not in relation to cough syrup.
Okay. Remember how we promised each other if one of us had an addiction, we'd tell the other?
Yeah, you're telling me? I don't believe
I
you.
think you
This is
used to.
not something we should take lightly. You can't make promises like that and then be making jokes.
No, I think you used to.
Do you
Last year,
really?
you drank an absurd amount of cough syrup.
But I always had a cough. It wasn't like I was just drinking it for fun.
Maybe cough drop.
It doesn't take, cough drops don't work.
If you get the really stinky, gross tasting ones.
Okay.
If you
Well,
get the fucking peppermint blend ones.
I don't. You don't know what kind of cough drops I get.
What kind do you
I
get?
don't get cough drops because they don't work.
How do you know that if you've never had them?
I've had a cough drop. Anyways,
I used to eat cough drops like they were candy as a kid.
you would. You like the strawberry ones, don't you?
I think they were strawberry cream.
Mm-hmm.
They were red with little swirls.
Those aren't actually cough drops. I think those are like throat lozenges.
Oh.
You know the one lozenges that I had? They were like honey flavored, and I'd give them to you guys when we were all sick.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for opening my eyes to my addiction. I appreciate your kindness.
Of course.
You're so smart
Thank you.
and wise.
Beautiful. Oh, so you think I'm an ugly pig? See, this is what she would do if. What are your earrings
Why do
today?
your eyes always wonder? I was gonna ask. They're little strawberry jam containers.
Those are really good.
Thank you. Strawberry socks as well.
And my eyes wander because I have a very short attention span.
I know you do. Makes me sad.
If you sorry.
It's okay.
It's really difficult. So I'm like, wow, it's earrings.
Okay. I'll try to be more engaging.
Don't look at me like you're about to shoot me, though.
Anyways.
Yeah. Yesterday, when I was going out to eat with my parents.
Was your brother there as well? I forgot to ask.
He was.
Continue.
We were sitting out there. There's this tour group walking by, which, first of all, who tours?
Were you downtown?
Here? Yeah. But that's still weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And there's this guy, this homeless guy, with one of those tinfoil blankets. And he's following this tour group around. And he started breakdancing. And I was like, bro, I need, like, him right there. That's who I want to be. And my parents reminded me. They're like, remember when you said you were going to be homeless under the bridge? Maybe he can be your neighbor. And they were saying it to be like, to make me be like, oh, I don't want to do that. But I was like, you're so right. He could be my neighbor.
When did you say you wanted to be homeless under the bridge?
Have I never told you this?
No.
Last year, I was planning on dropping out and just being homeless.
Why?
Because just to see what it was like.
Oh. Did you talk to your parents at all about dropping out over your birthday dinner?
No.
Oh.
But, yeah, so he was there with his blanket, and then his blanket ripped.
Because he was breakdancing too hard?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
And then this woman came up to him, and she was like, you have to go. And he's like, I'll go. And then he took a book. I don't know where he got the book, and he slammed it on the cement. And I was like, whoa.
Wow, that's wild. I haven't really seen any homeless people in Grand Rapids. I need to
Really?
go to Grand Rapids.
I saw like 5 the other day. They were wild and yesterday.
Really? I've seen like one and he chased me and asked me for lemonade. I said,
really? But every time I've gone into Grand Rapids, something weird has happened. Like,
really?
I went with Aubrey and Annalise
mm-hmm.
and Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this man wearing a ski mask. They were at a restaurant. He was wearing a ski mask. They were playing music. And his big, like, heavier set girlfriend sitting on him, just grinding on him.
That's really funny.
And they said hi to us, and I said hi back, but nobody else said hi.
Yeah.
And she screams out to Annalise, you fat fucking bitch. And I was like, what the fuck? And then they look at me and they go, "Have a good night." I was like, what the fuck? Because, no hate, the girl who called her a fat fucking bitch was bigger than she was.
Really? That's wild to do. I feel like if you're gonna insult somebody, you have to be self-aware to make sure it's something that you aren't also. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, those are my two experiences. And then one time when I was walking across the bridge, there was a man in a really big trench coat just walking behind me. I was like, what the fuck?
Were you alone?
No. I think it might have been the same night, actually.
If a man was walking behind me with a trench coat, I think I'd shit my pants. But I was alone, I'm saying. That's why
Yeah.
I asked. That'd be scary as fuck. But I need a trench coat for the winter.
Yeah.
What do you think of people who stack on top of each other in a trench coat?
I don't know that that's ever happened in real life.
What do you mean?
I've only ever seen it in a movie.
Can we do that for Halloween?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, but I get to be the top one. Can we do the horse? You know the little horse thing where it's like somebody's the back legs and somebody's the front legs? Can we do that?
Yeah. Anna's been that.
Really?
In a play, yeah. She was the horse.
Oh, that doesn't count.
She was a dancing horse. Oh, okay. So when are we gonna do that? Anyways, we can talk about this later. Have you? Never mind. What time is it? Okay. I don't know about the wackest thing that's ever happened to me in Grand Rapids is probably when the man chased me and asked me for lemonade. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, do you?
Yes, so much so. My house is haunted.
I think my house might be haunted too.
Why do you say that?
There was one time, well, there's a couple times when I was really little, I was positive that we had ghosts, and my room was upstairs, and I refused to sleep in my room. Let me give you a little history of my house. So we bought our house because the person who lived there was a murderer and he went to jail. And so the bank claimed his house and we bought it from the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And we completely tore it down and reconstructed it. But the basement was the basement. And so the basement always freaked me out. There's a little well under there that I used to never be able to go anywhere near because it was blocked off with cinder blocks. And it was just so creepy. So I was always a little bit creeped out by my house. Another thing that has happened at my house is there were people. There's a man back in my woods that I'm pretty sure he shot himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a cross somewhere back in my swamp in my woods.
Have you found it recently?
No, I can't find it recently. I haven't seen it in years. I think it might have sunk. But so I've always been a little bit creeped out by my house. And when I was little, I refused to sleep in my room upstairs because I could hear, whenever I was up there, I could hear footsteps walking through the hallway, every time I tried to go to sleep. So I was like, I can't sleep up there. So I slept on the couch in my living room for years.
That's wild.
Until I finally got over it and I was like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was one day where I so clearly heard talking, two men talking. And it was just me, my brother, and my mom home. And my mom heard it too, which was the weird part. So it wasn't just me that was delusional.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, who is talking? And she went outside to look to find out who was talking. She couldn't find anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes back inside. She's like, that's really weird. My brother was just a little baby at the time. So she was going to give him a bath. And she was filling up the water only a little bit. But so she starts the water and she leaves the bathroom because she was making dinner at the same time, I think. And she came back and the water had been turned off. My brother's not even a year old.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he didn't turn off the water. And it wasn't me. And she's coming to me. She's like, did you turn off the water?
Mm-hmm.
And so I just said yes because I'm like, I can't freak out my mom right now. She's already freaked out because she was hearing men talking outside.
You're so kind.
So that's like the one secret. I don't think I've ever told anyone from my house about it because it freaked me out so much. My mom was like, "Did you turn off the water?" And I was like, "Yeah." I thought
How
it was
old were
getting
you?
too full. Maybe like 7 or 8.
That's crazy.
And I was like, I could not
No,
sleep at
things
all
aren't
that night.
adding up. Your brother wasn't even a year old and you were 7?
Yeah.
How old is he?
I
If
must
he's
have been seven
13.
or eight.
Gotcha, yeah. I guess that does make sense. I forget that you're a year older than me. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't believe that happened to you. So, okay, so I'm glad. Because some people think that other people are delusional if they believe in, like, ghosts or aliens. But, like, I feel like they're real. And I'm not delusional for thinking so.
Why are you whispering?
Because
Okay.
my leg hurts. Anyways.
Ugh. Um, Ghost. I had something good to say about a ghost.
About a ghost.
Um, I don't know.
Neither do I.
Oh, I used to have a Ouija board.
Me too. Who's a Stranger Things one? So official.
Did you ever do yours? Did it work?
I don't know, because I never really, nobody would ever want to do it with me, so it'd be like Gabe and he'd move it. I
I
probably
didn't.
still have it. I should bring it to school. Didn't you make one?
Yeah, I have one right now.
That's what I'm saying. Can we do it today?
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your last day of 19, brother.
I did one with my brother and my sister one time. And they started crying so hard
Uh-huh.
because they were so freaked out and they stopped doing it with me. And I was like, I didn't move it. And these two are like freaking out about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it must have worked.
Had to have been a ghost.
Had to.
What did they say?
Who? The ghost?
Ghost.
I can't remember.
Oh.
It was like, we asked like 2 questions and they started freaking out. It was like, is there anybody in our house right now?
Do you think that people who believe in God are delusional?
So here's the thing. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite.
How?
But here's how I see it. People, I think in psychology, delusion is more based on if it's hurting someone
What?
more than,
Okay.
like, if it's harmful, then it's classified as a delusion, either to the person or to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Am I hurting people?
Huh?
Am I hurting people?
Maybe. Guess we'll never know.
Continue.
So, I believe in, like, astrology things and that things, but that's not hurting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just talked about believing in ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as it's not hurting anybody, you can't really call it a delusion.
Okay. So I'm not delusional.
Okay. Well, it could be affecting your interpersonal relationships, which would be hurting.
Okay.
But so in the context of people who believe in God,
Uh-huh.
I think it is okay for people to believe in God, even though I don't.
So true, girl.
I'm not going to hate on somebody for believing in God. What I will hate on people for is when they believe in God and use it to say, and this is why this should be a thing.
I agree with you.
You can do whatever you want, but the second that you start using your beliefs to push on to other people, then I'm going to be like, you're delusional.
That's fair. That's very fair of you to say.
Thank you. So I guess I'm not a hypocrite at all, actually. I'm just the best person in the world. Yeah.
Interesting take.
Thank you.
Why does your shirt say global?
Because it's got a globe on it. Is the mathin' for you?
It is. Do you have a day of the week that you're the most delusional?
I don't think so.
Really?
Maybe Fridays.
Why?
Because in high school, it was like the one day that I'd be like walking to school with a pep in my step because I'm like, it's
So
Friday,
true.
baby.
Yeah, so I feel like at college it's on Thursdays for me.
Oh
Thursdays
yeah.
I wake up and it's like there's a fire inside of me. Like I am ready to fucking fuck some shit up, which really just consists of me like violently giggling in between classes and being like
I have noticed that our Thursdays are always like we're sitting in class like poking each other and being like, I have my fucking squishy camel and I'm like, and everyone behind us is
is
like,
babe, I understand that you made a shitty schedule and you got classes on Friday, but this is my last motherfucking class of the
I
day.
know, and then I'm done for the week.
Yeah. Thursdays. And I wish I could have that energy every single day of my life. But Thursdays, it's like I wake up and there's something special inside of me. I'm ready to go. The delusions are high.
Thursdays are good days.
They are good. Thursdays are good.
Ugh,
What's wrong?
gotta stretch.
Big stretch. Have you had any good dreams recently?
No. I had one really formative dream.
What was it?
It was right after I was trying to balance the needs of all these other people
Mm-hmm.
and not really taking into account my own. And I had a dream that there were a bunch of people jumping off a bridge and I was trying to catch them all.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told her this before, but I'm more saying this to tell everybody else. And I kept trying to catch everyone, but I couldn't catch everyone. And there were people falling, and I was getting so upset. And they kept jumping. I kept trying to grab them. And eventually, I reached too far, and I fell with them. And then I didn't realize how telling of a dream that was until I told you about it. And then as I was saying it out loud, I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the most formative dream I've ever had in my entire life because it was
Really?
like so accurate to what was going on. And people are always like, your dreams mean something. And I was always like, I don't know if I believe that. But after that one, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, in my last dream, we got really high before psych and you mooned our professor, so that one said a lot about my life. But we don't have time to delve any deeper into either of these.
We gotta go?
We love you guys
Oh my
more
god.
than anything else in the world. And happy birthday to my co-host. He'll be 20 by the time this comes out. Happy October.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have a Halloween episode soon, so be ready for that. That's gonna be
He's
so
spoiling
exciting.
our plans.
Okay. We gotta get the hype for it.
We love you all.
Have a good
Peace
day.
out. Enjoy your Friday.